Hello! Welcome back to my channel. I am really excited about today's video because I really believe that eyes make up your entire makeup look. I think if your eyes aren't done well, then the rest of the makeup look, it's just gonna flop. And something that I love doing with my makeup, and I think really changes the game for me, is how to make my eyes look a lot bigger than they naturally are. And I use this with false lashes, with elongating my eyeline with eyeliner, just playing with shapes and things to make it look like it is bigger than it is. So I'm going to jump into all of that and show you exactly how I do that now. So the very first thing that I like to do just out of the gate is I always love to add some shine to my eyeshadow area. Now, you don't have to do this. I feel like it is gonna help later because we are gonna use a lot of kind of more shine to help open up the eye. So I always feel like it just kind of blends a little bit better if we start with kind of our eyeshadow base being a little bit more shimmery, highlighty. And it really doesn't matter what color you use. Like I'm just using this color, but it really is just a light kind of color. And we're just gonna cover our eyelid with that. And then bringing it over into the inner corner even just a little bit here. Sorry, I'm looking in my viewfinder, so it's kind of hard to, I know my hand's like in the way of trying to do all of this. So what also is super helpful in just making the eye look a lot bigger is what I do is I use just any kind of nude pencil. I use the LA Girl one because it's cheap, but there's no right or wrong one. I think as long as it is nude, it's gonna work. So I just kind of take that, let me try to do this in my mirror, you can see. I just take it and I just like put it right under my line. I don't do the waterline because for me, I think it looks weird and my eye is really sensitive. But you see just from one eye to the next one, this one already looks like wider, bigger. Yeah, just do that again with the other eye. Just like that. And already with that, the eye looks a lot bigger, a lot more open, awake, especially if you're like pulling an eyeliner or something. Now this is arguably the most important step in all of this, and this is the eyeliner. We really want to kind of over exaggerate and draw the eye out. So what I'm gonna do is just take my liner and we're just gonna drag all the way like that, but we're actually not going to go up because with a cat eye, it kind of snatches the eye upward and kind of can make it look smaller. So what we're gonna do actually is we're just gonna go straight out to the side. So it'll go up a little bit, but not like a typical cat eye. So I go pretty far out, like pretty far, and I just bring it back in and just cover it in. And then I don't go all the way across my eye here because that can also kind of make the eye look shorter if it's too dark. So I go to about where my eye fits right here, the blue part, and then I just kind of do that. Just like that. Do you see already just the difference in like sizing? So let's go to the other eye. Okay, great. Now this is where really the magic is. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna really overextend where our false eyelashes should go. This really brings it all in. What we're gonna do is, even though naturally, let's say for example, I should be putting my lashes, if I was just gonna follow my line like this, that's not what we're gonna do. What we're gonna do is really bring the eyelashes way past the point where your eye ends. So naturally my eye ends here. We're pretending my eye ends at the end of the cat eye. So what we're gonna do is put some glue on this puppy. What we're gonna do is, even though naturally, let's say for example, I should be putting my lashes if I was just gonna follow my line like this, that's not what we're gonna do. What we're gonna do is really bring the eyelashes way past the point where your eye ends. So naturally my eye ends here. We're pretending my eye ends at the end of the cat eye. So what we're gonna do is put some glue on this puppy. And I'm going to grossly overextend where my eye ends and pretend that it ends where my winged eyeliner is ending. Just give this a second to dry. It's always the longest part. Okay, so I'm just gonna take it. And again, instead of ending here, I'm gonna bring the end way out to nearly the end of where that little cat eye is. Do you see how just that makes the eye look so much bigger? I think it wasn't really ready to glue on, it was still kind of dry. But do you see how that just extends the whole eye out? And I purposely don't really do much here because I like it to look more natural, especially if I'm like bringing my eye all the way. Do you see how just that makes the eye look so much bigger? I think it wasn't really ready to glue on, it was still kind of dry. But do you see how that just extends the whole eye out? And I purposely don't really do much here because I like it to look more natural, especially if I'm like bringing my eye all the way out. But you definitely could just keep adding the lashes and do your whole line here. I just don't like to, but just bring it out like that. And then we're just gonna do the same with the other eye. Okay, it's probably dry. Now again, we're putting it all the way over here. Instead of stopping here, we'll bring it all the way out. And do you see already how that just makes such a big difference? Now we could just stop here, but there is something that I did and I saw when I was doing my K-pop Douyin makeup tutorial. There's something that they do to make their eye look bigger and I love it. And what it is just adding a little bit of like a crease under your eye and really filling it in with some bright highlighter or glitter, and that just again kind of opens the eye up. Now this part is optional, but I've actually started doing it and I really like it. So I'm just gonna do it again here just to show you exactly how it works. So typically you just kind of find where naturally you have that little eye bag. And then what we're gonna do is just draw a tiny little bit of a line there, like this. Do you see how it kind of just makes the eye look a little bit bigger? Let's do it again on the other side. And again, I'm just kind of already following the little bag I already have. It's just kind of accentuating it. Just a little bit. Now that's kind of a lot, so I'm gonna blend it out when I'm adding my glitter. But I think it actually looks really cool doing it like that. So let me try to soften it up a little bit. So I'm just gonna again go in with the same shimmery eyeshadow that I used already on the top of my lid. Just gonna go in there and I'm just gonna fill it in to pretend like it still is just naturally just part of my under eye. And also it's kind of nice because the eyeshadow kind of acts as a powder to keep the under eye area from creasing. So if you ever get kind of like creasy under eyes, this actually kind of helps a lot with smoothing it all out. So this is the finished look with the eyes. I hope that that was helpful in helping you learn how to make your eyes a little bit bigger. Well, make them look a little bit bigger. And I can't wait to see you next time.